Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with our daily advice for February 6th, 2019. Thank you for joining me. So we're going to have a look at what the energies are for us during this time and what we need to know for our highest good, how to use these energies for our highest good. Keeping in mind, we are looking at energies. They'll be playing out differently for everyone. So let's have a look. And a reminder, okay, the specials are available. I've linked them down below. If you have any questions, let me know. But let's have a look at what the energies are for us today and what we need to know for our highest good. Okay, so we have, and this is the Marchetti Tarot deck. It's an absolutely gorgeous tarot deck. We do have the King of Coins. The King of Coins talks about our stability, our long-term goals. But it's time to get practical. It's time to get real, okay, is what I want to say here. There's a time to dream. There's a time to take action and be swift. There's a time to hope, to research. And there's a time to just put in the work, to just get down to it and put in the work. There are also times that, let's say, they're quiet times. When we're not sure, we don't actually see a lot of change, or we don't actually see results quite yet. Those are times of endurance. Those are times of, you could say, we're being tested. Do you really believe in this? Are you going to keep doing the work just on the belief in your goal because right now you don't see the results? Or are you going to give up and move to something else? The King of Coins asks us to look at our investments and to decide what we truly want, what is truly important to us, and what truly deserves our investments of time, energy, love, whatever, money, whatever. And it's time to narrow it down. Again, there's a time to dream big and not hold yourself back and imagine you can have everything in the world. These are not those times. This is a time when we can really make a lot of progress in one direction. So it's asking us to be picky. It's asking us to look at everything we're trying to accomplish, to look at our goals, excuse me, to look at what we're working on, what is taking away our energy, our thoughts, our emotions, and from those to pick one to further today. Okay. Now that could be the one you feel you're most ahead with. That could be the one that you feel you can nurture more with your current circumstances. It's just time to be picky, but realistic, from a realistic point of view, from a practical point of view. Because let's say, we have a couple of different goals, and one of them we can work on quite well with all the resources that we currently have. And maybe the other, we don't yet have what we need to move it forward. It's still maybe in the dream stage. What are we going to do when presented with a choice? This is not forever, this is just for today. That's the energy. But what are we going to do? Are we going to spend the day daydreaming? Or are we going to take the resources available to us and really, really move forward one particular goal? Maybe tomorrow it's time to focus on a different one, or maybe next week, or maybe next month, next year. But the King of Coins is asking us to look at the resources we have to work with, the circumstances we're in, and almost be like the magician, but more practical, okay? And say, okay, based on the resources I have, based on the circumstances I'm in, and the goals that I have, that I've been working on, my investments, most of them fit here, or most of them would be helpful for me in this direction rather than the rest at this time. We may even have the opportunity to complete something, to complete a piece of work, to complete an investment, okay, to get the results. But again, we have to look at, where am I spending my energy, or what is taking my energy, or who? What could I be doing with that actually furthers something in a direction that I want it to go in? Because it's easy to get lost in the day-to-day and to get confused and just allow kind of our energy to be pulled in different directions, whether it's daydreaming, whether it's listening to someone's problems and then we spend some time thinking about them and, oh my God, what's going on and the decisions they're making and whatever. Or someone's in a mood and then they kind of pass it on to us, okay, or whatever. It's easy to just let our energy go wherever it wants, okay, and kind of lose it a little bit. But today is about being conscious of that, of I have, let's say, you know what, it's time to get practical. I choose, let's start with today. It should always be the case, but let's start with today. I choose what and whom I give my energy to, what I deem to be important today. From the perspective of this one goal, this is what I'm focusing on today. And from all the circumstances I'm dealing with, and from all the conversations, and from all the whatevers, I'm being selective. What helps me in this goal? That's what I choose to take away. What takes me away from it? What depletes my energy? I choose to say no thank you today. Okay, it's time to get focused and realistic, practical. It's not about being selfish. It's not about not caring. We can care and still be practical when it comes to our goals at the same time. We just have to choose how much energy we give to one thing versus the other. Okay? Because I do get the sense of almost like good luck or good fortune or a blessing being offered to us. And it can come up a number of different ways. And it's like the final piece that all the other pieces that we already have can go with to complete a piece of work. Okay, if that makes sense. It's like the catalyst. It's like that spark that we were missing. And then we rearrange those resources, and then there you go. We've completed this. We've reached our goal. Or we have made very significant strides forward. Okay, it's like being a banker with our own resources. And again, that is time, energy, money, affection, appreciation, admiration, whatever. Good health, well-being. And it's time to manage those resources today a little bit more practical than usual. Okay? Keeping in mind, what is the goal, the one thing I'm focused on today, above all else, just for today. Again, take a step back, see the bigger picture. Have in mind your goals. Okay? Not necessarily the big dreams that are really, really out there. Things that you've already invested in. Okay? And then take a step back and assess the situation you're in, the circumstances, the people you're talking to, the resources you have. And it's like, it will light up, you know? It's like, okay, what do I need for this goal? Goal A, B, and C. And then when you look at all your resources, you can rearrange them so that you have most of what you need for goal A, not enough for goal C, and maybe less for goal B. So at this time, I'm going to invest in goal A. Everything I've got, and I'm going to make it work together for goal A. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. But that is the energy that we have around us today. Very practical, very wise. It's not about cold cash or cold calculations. It really isn't. It's about perspective, intuition, okay? Seeing the bigger picture and kind of working with the energy, okay? Because that's why the King of Coins is where he is. That's why he's the epitome of abundance on a material realm. Because he doesn't jump into things, because it doesn't take too long to decide, because he doesn't just get confused and lost based on what everyone's doing at one time or another. He observes, but he always keeps his goal in mind. He never loses sight of the goal. Not once. And he observes and he assesses. And then he uses the circumstances, the energy, to bring it back to that goal. And he takes his time and he does it right. And he has that practical mind and he has that honesty with himself, with others, of, you know what, I wish I'd be working on this particular goal today. However, I need to be smart and use my resources in a smart way, because they would do more good in this direction rather than this at this particular time. Okay? So it's all about that kind of energy. So what is the goal today that you could, based on the resources you have now and the circumstances you're in now, you could further the most? It's time to gather your energy and then just kind of reassess how you spread it out. Okay? Be a very, very successful day. It can definitely be a very successful day. And the steps we're taking today are in the direction of long-term stability and prosperity. Okay? However that applies. So let me know if I'm making sense. I think I'm making sense to me, but I hope I'm making sense to you. Let me know if I'm making sense. And let me know how these energies are showing up for you. Okay? And where you can use them. So let's have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.